Hi Cancer, here's a general look at your solar chart for June 2011. Now, there's a feeling of preparation and regeneration until the 22nd, so you may be inclined to get on with some things behind the scenes, sort things out around you, but also put your house in order on a kind of an inner level. Kind of get, bit of a time for recharging, really, but it looks quite sociable over the first 10 days, however. There's going to be moments when you could be feeling more introspective, just kind of zoning out a bit, and more open to your intuition or your imagination or your dreams, the unconscious source energy. On the other hand, there could be someone around you relying on you for support, so you've got to put yourself out, or a situation which demands you put, you have to alter a schedule, put your personal sort of desires on one side and make yourself available in a way which benefits them or benefits some sort of bigger picture. Overall, this is a phase when you should listen to your inner guidance, reflect upon elements of the past, and go in for self-nurturing activities as much as possible. From the 17th, correspondence, bouncing ideas off others, social interaction, and a general speeding up of things will be happening then. Whether that's in the business sense or to do with your personal life. All of that's going to feed into your inner musings from the outside as you complete or put away perhaps an old approach or a game plan which may be seeming less relevant now. Good people skills will be required, as it will be important how well you put yourself or something that you're trying to convey across, and that's going to be from the 17th. Venus and Mars, as I said, very sociable right from the beginning of the month. They're in a very chatty area up until the 10th and 11th respectively, energizing your friendships or your other associations, your work contacts, good for networking as a matter of fact. And then they enter a more background introverted phase. So they go into the area the sun starts the month off in. This area of recharging the batteries, retreat. You and another could be joining forces there for a good cause, or maybe you are doing one-to-one type work with others in that kind of, sort of private area there, or for health-related or spiritual reasons, connecting with others on, in that sort of, with that sort of feel to it. It's not really very energetic at all. Also, it could be a relationship that you find healing and nurturing, which is just very much in your private life, but which it's not something that you broadcast around, and it does have this feeling of healing and support with it. From the 11th, as I say, energy levels could be lower than usual, and you shouldn't expect too much of yourself until early August, when vitality begins to improve. But you can get a lot done, but overall this is this phase of retreat and renewal with potentially a stronger connection to your emotional self and your deeper self and your deeper connection. So it's advisable to listen to your body and your feelings, touch base maybe with your source, your higher knowing, and go in for healing, nurturing activities, just doing stuff that's not too demanding, and that's from the 11th. Maybe a practice like meditation or yoga. It's advisable to engineer time in your day for breaks anyway, whenever you can, or take more time out for healing therapeutic practices. This vibration is suitable for spending less time on energetic, physical, extrovert sort of, activities, and more time on inner, nurturing, introspective, imaginative, or spiritual pursuits. Your inner guidance will be working very well, and you'll be more in touch with your inner, wiser knowing, and just a bit more open to kind of influences flying around, so be firmer about protection and boundaries. from the 5th, Jupiter moves into Taurus, favorably highlighting your solar chart, Cancer, and will be there for about a year. So this is going to be positively emphasizing group gatherings, whether that's in person or over the wires, networking, coordinating with others, cooperative kind of activities, a collective mindedness. This move of Jupiter is going to help you make progress with a long-awaited hope or dream, and maybe get you thinking very sort of futuristically and unconventionally even as well, in certain areas of your life. But this could be happening in a kind of cloistered sort of environment this month, as until the 22nd it's a service, quite a service orientated phase, meaning you may have to set aside your own preferences and just be a bit more selfless as you're working on something which is bigger than you, or supporting something or someone which is more important than you. You see it like that anyway. That's your perception. Now, the ongoing Saturn transit will continue to affect family relationships or the home base, and some reorganization of your domestic setup or extra attention to those in your inner circle may be required, related to the private areas of your life over this long transit. It's going to be in there until August 2012. So there could be some slowdowns and feeling of kind of being a bit stuck, or there could be some showdowns as well with family or people within the community, within the neighborhood, and it may be harder for you to reach your overall life goals because you have this extra burden or resistance at this sort of basic level of your life. And also that resistance can come from you, your past conditioning, your past attachments, things like that, which just seem to hold you back, your own knee-jerk responses, which are perhaps now counterproductive to your progressing towards achieving your master plan. So, there is a value in this, which you may not fully realize now, but you will very much so further down the line. And that's not to say you won't be aware of growth, slow, steady growth at the roots of your life. In fact, you could feel really pleased about what you're discovering, about your deeper emotional needs and your conditioning. It would be a good time to be looking into all that stuff and making perhaps a decision about what you need to keep for the future and what you need to drop and ditch and kind of move on from, related to home, property, your place on the map, family, and that kind of thing. And also your own knee-jerk responses. Uranus will be transiting the top of your chart for many years now, and that heralds new beginnings with career and life direction, change and expansion through the use of, new and unusual methods or approaches. That's going to be a governing factor on the public side of your life over this 7-year transit. A previous structure may be replaced by a new array of options. You'll be seen in a different kind of a way by others, and you'll have to at times adapt to a very fast-moving but quite inspirational but maybe a bit surprising environment. It's very futuristic, the energy of Uranus, so it's keeping right up to speed, right up to the minute, making use of innovations in technology and like I'm doing here, to be, and in other ways with technology as well, but feeling ambushed from time to time. So it's important for you to stay super flexible, is what I was trying to say, and just roll with the changes, and keep what is of value and just move on from what is not. This month Uranus will be affecting those of you born in the first 7 days or with the first 6 to 7 degrees of Cancer rising. Neptune's temporary move into Pisces will bring benefits your way, Cancer. Stunning benefits, I would say, over its very, very long transit. Now, it's just a temporary move at the moment, and it's affecting you very early, Cancerians, but the pulse will be felt to lesser and lesser degree according to where your sun is in the sign. Now, the blurred boundaries or lack of control that maybe you felt over finances, property, or other resources because you partly had to rely on somebody else's rules, requirements, that's going to begin to clear and stabilize and just begin to seem less of a concern. This move of Neptune will begin to open your mind to a different reality too. A new dimension of thought, and you can feel inspired by the truths that you discover. Now, you Cancerians born in the first 2 days or with the first 1 to 2 degrees of Cancer rising will feel this influence most strongly in June. Pluto, that's in your opposite sign, will be there for many years. It's affecting your close one-to-one relationship area. And that means that significant others are likely to transform your life in meaningful ways. This is the time for you to claim your inner power, because we've all got to have a relationship with ourselves first. And, a good relationship with ourselves. And Pluto's going to help you to discover that and stop you from sort of shooting too low in your expectations or too high and unrealistically in your expectations as well, in one-to-one relationships, whether they're personal ones or professional ones. But if you kind of get, the message of the signal of this Pluto vibration, get it right, you will start to draw just the right people into your lives. So maybe you've got to get out of your own way and shift your point of attraction so as to enable the universe to feed you with whoever, wherever, or whatever you need on these fundamental levels of your being. Cancerians born 25th of June to July the 1st, and with 3 to 9 degrees of Cancer rising, going to feel this influence most strongly over June. And from the 22nd, the way should be clearer for you to get on with the kinds of things you want to do for yourself. And that's it for June. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too. It'll throw another light on what I've said here. And I'll see you the next time.